What really drives human behavior? Are we always aware of the forces shaping our actions, or are there hidden influences beneath the surface? In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful psychological concepts that reveal the complexity of our minds, from the unseen parts of our personality to the mechanisms that influence our ethical choices. First, let's talk about the shadow self, a concept from Jungian psychology. The shadow refers to the unconscious aspects of our personality, the parts that we don't want to acknowledge or identify with. It includes our repressed desires, fears, and instincts. The shadow is often hidden because it conflicts with our conscious self-image. But ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. In fact, it may manifest in ways we don't expect, like through projections onto others, biases, or sudden outbursts of emotion. Carl Jung believed that facing and integrating our shadow can lead to psychological growth and self-awareness. By accepting these hidden parts of ourselves, we become more whole and better equipped to understand others. Next is social dominance orientation, or SDO. This concept explores how much an individual prefers social hierarchies and inequality among groups. People with a high SDO believe in maintaining social dominance, where some groups are superior and others inferior. This preference often leads to support for policies or behaviors that reinforce inequality. On the other hand, individuals with low SDO value equality and fairness, opposing hierarchical structures. SDO can explain why some people defend systemic inequality while others actively fight against it. Understanding SDO helps us see why different people support vastly different social structures and policies. It all comes down to their deep-rooted beliefs about hierarchy and power. Ever wonder how people justify unethical behavior without feeling guilty? That's where moral disengagement comes in. This concept explains the mental tricks people use to disconnect from their moral standards when they act unethically. For instance, someone might rationalize harmful actions by minimizing the consequences, blaming the victim, or comparing their actions to something worse. By disengaging morally, they avoid feeling guilty, which allows them to continue unethical behavior without psychological distress. Moral disengagement is a powerful mechanism that can explain how good people sometimes do bad things, whether in business, politics, or everyday life. Now, let's explore the difference between adaptive and maladaptive behaviors, how we cope with stress or challenges. Adaptive behaviors are those that help us effectively deal with stress, grow from experiences, and improve our well-being. For example, seeking support from others, problem solving, or practicing mindfulness or adaptive ways to handle stress. In contrast, maladaptive behaviors are those that harm us in the long run, even if they provide short-term relief, such as avoidance, substance abuse, or aggression. Understanding this distinction can help us become more aware of how we handle stress and encourage healthier coping strategies for a more balanced life. Finally, we come to dehumanization, the psychological process of seeing others as less than human. This often occurs in situations of conflict, prejudice, or when one group seeks to justify harmful actions toward another. Dehumanization strips individuals or groups of their humanity, making it easier for others to treat them poorly. Historically, this has been used to justify atrocities such as genocide, slavery, and war crimes. Even in everyday situations, we might dehumanize others when we reduce them to stereotypes or label them as the other. Recognizing dehumanization is crucial for preventing harmful behaviors and fostering empathy and understanding across different groups. So, there you have it, 5 powerful psychological concepts that reveal the deeper workings of the human mind. From the shadow self that hides our unconscious traits, to social dominance orientation that shapes our views on inequality, to the mechanisms that allow us to disengage from our morals, and finally, the way we adapt to stress and dehumanize others. Understanding these concepts can help us become more aware of our behaviors, question our biases, and cultivate a more empathetic approach to others. Which of these concepts resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below.